Hi, I'm Charlotte and this is Tired Mama Tries to Read, and I'm going to do a shed tour because I think I've got it ready. So I'm going to switch around now to behind the camera. Okay, there is the shed. It does look very cute. There's a few things going on up there, so I think we should go up there. Obviously this is what you get when you marry a carpenter, and that's very, very cool. But the other side of it is that this is also what you get. You get a wood yard, which is okay. So my shed is right next to my son's play area. That's his little ladder and his slide going down there. And this is his little tree house, which is very cute. Look in there. Lots of chalks he draws on the wall. And then we'll come around here. He's got a little bit of decking around this tree. And this is going to be my little veranda. I'm just going to sit down. Ooh. So there's no porch yet, but there will be a porch at some point. And you can see a big W over there, which I'll explain. If you're from the UK, you probably know what that W is. And I got a little bird nest there as well that our next door neighbour gave us. It's quite cute. And here we are. We go in. Okay. So this is my little area, which I've kind of got a bit how I want it. So I've got my seat, which is a cool spinny chair. That is obviously going to be sat here. I've got my computer. And I've put up a few things. This is quite cute. Let me zoom in. This is a little picture my mum does a drawing every year for Christmas cards, and then she has them photocopied. So this is last year's one, and it's my little boy Idris with their dog Molly and my cats that they look after. That's Spike and Angel. If you're Buffy fans, then hello, because I'm the biggest Buffy fan ever. And then on the seat is my mum and dad's cat Nursey, or Tub or Girly, depending on what you want to call her. If you've ever seen Blackadder, you'll understand why she's called Nursey. And up there is a lovely little urn saying R.I.P. Boulders, because their other cat was called Baldrick. Again, if you watch Blackadder, that makes complete sense. And it's Christmas. So it's so cute. I love it. And then I've got some little quotes that I like, that I've been wanting to put up forever. So I like this one. Do I dare disturb the universe? And I like some Walt Whitman. All truths wait in all things. Lovely. Yes, so we'll go around here. I've got some succulents on a very cracked window pane. I've got my little electric fire. And then this is Idris's side. So this is his little, he's got a desk exactly like mine, but smaller. And he's got a little chair that Stephen made for him. And he's also got postcards up on his wall. So he's got a train one, and he's got Fantastic Mr. Fox because his middle name is Fox. Although he thinks his middle name is Socks, which he's a bit crushed to find out that it isn't. And then I've got some books. I've managed to have some books out here now. I've got books about books. That's kind of what I thought I'd bring in. So I've got the classic 1001 Books to Read Before You Die. We won't go into how many of those I've actually read. And a couple of poetry books, and then my postcard collections, which I love. And then I've got a little picture here of some ballet shoes that my Nana did because she was an awesome artiste. And then Stephen made these amazing little bookshelves just yesterday. He literally made them in like 10 minutes. So Idris has got his books up on there as well. And then, you know, I've got a smattering of things that are so obviously staged because when I'm actually using this room, God knows what it's going to look like. So yeah, I think I need more plants. Oh, over here, this is cute. I've got a miner's lantern. Oh, how Welsh. And I've got my little lucky avocados that my friend Lisa got me. And then this is one of my favourite pictures. It's a picture of a mole in a tree drinking wine. I mean, I don't even know how she came across this, but it's amazing. Yeah, let me turn the camera around. Now I've made it so that it should just sit and be perfect. Okay, So I'm not going to make this video too long. I mean, it's a small shed, but you saw the W outside, and then there's another bit of memorabilia that kind of goes with that, and that is this apostrophe. So the story behind these that I worked for a long time in Waterstones. Actually I didn't work that long in Waterstones, because prior to that I worked in Ottakar's, and then before that I worked in Hammocks. I would love to know if any of you have worked in those shops, because especially some old Ottakar's people, that would be super cool. Those companies all got taken over by the other one, so I was like an unlucky penny. It seemed as soon as I joined one, somebody else would snap us up. But when I was working for Waterstones, it went through loads of quite bizarre changes. Yeah, one of the changes was that, because it was named after Tim Waterstone, and it's probably the biggest bookshop in the UK, I would say. I know Borders is quite big here, but it's a proper British bookshop. So Tim Waterstone sold it and regretted it the minute he did it, and tried to buy it back forever and a day. He's probably still, I don't know if he's still, I'm guessing he's still alive, but I'm guessing he was always trying to buy it back when I worked for them. And one of the things that certain people decided when I was working there was that, Waterstones, didn't need an apostrophe, It wasn't Tim Waterstone's shop anymore. It was just Waterstones. So they went round in all their wisdom and took all the apostrophes off of all of our signs. I mean, I don't even know how much that cost them nationally. I remember reading a very funny article in the Bookseller magazine about it, and yeah. So I asked if I could have it, because I said, what are you doing with them all? And they said, well, just binning them. I was like, I'm having that. So I had it, and then it wasn't very long later that, was it James Daunt? I get so confused with the names of the people because there's been so many people in charge of these bookshops at any one time. I think it's James Daunt. He came along and I think he's still in charge now. And one of the first things he did was tell them all to put their apostrophes back on. Again, I'm not sure how much they stuck to that, because I can still see Waterstones without them. So I think maybe it's just on like posters and signage. But I have one of the apostrophes here, Mr. Daunt, and I assume I'm allowed to keep it because it was going to go in the bin. And the W outside is from one of the university Waterstones that closed. And so I went there on the week they were closing up shop. Went in and bought them all a coffee and sat there and commiserated with them. I'd never worked in that branch, but I knew of them all. I'd worked with some of them for many years. And yeah, and when anything closes like that, there's often a lot of bad feeling, as you'd expect. So I kind of hesitantly said, what are you doing with that W? And they just went, take it. So I did, and I carried it through Swansea and had many people ask me what I was doing carrying a giant W. And I don't really know why I've got it. I'm not really sure. I could stand for W for writing. I kind of want Stephen to put it up on the outside of the shed, but it is just such a or just hang it like I'm the next version of Waterstones. I don't know. Waterstones is still going, and I still get books there. It is probably the best bet if you want to go for a chain bookstore, but I'd always recommend going for independent bookstores now. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm going to film another video now about how Victober's going, and I'll probably put that one up first, which is going to be really confusing. But yeah, I don't think putting 2 videos up in a row is a good idea. I think it would just be a bit of overload of me. So I'll probably do the Victober one, and then I might put this up in the week. Okay, I hope your week is going really well. And yeah, let me know if you've got a secret space that you like to read or write in, and any tips on how to decorate would be greatly appreciated. Okay, thank you. Bye.